Hello guys, so in the last video, which is this one here, we talked about how to connect your router to the application so that you can manage it, where we went through the process of copying the script, first adding a site, and then getting the command, copying it, and then running it on your router. And then we saw how it automatically connected the router to the site, and how the auto provisioning of various scripts that are important to the management of your script, the management of your router happened. All right. And then we also saw how you can create packages, both the hotspot packages and the PPPoE packages. We also saw how when you connect to that Wi-Fi, that hotspot that is automatically generated based on the site name, we saw that when you connect to it, there is captive portal that pops up, as we will see in a few minutes. You can see here, this is the hotspot captive portal, where you can enter either the phone if you paid, or you can enter the voucher code, or alternatively you can buy, right? So we also looked at I think that is what we covered. And the other thing that we covered, for example, we looked at how you can alter the ports of your router. For example, if you go back to the site, we saw that you can directly alter the ports, or change the functionality of the port, or assign the ports from the site. So for example, with this Ether 4 we made it a free port, and we said that a free port means that you can, if I plug in my Ethernet cable, I'll be able to access the internet without being asked to maybe buy a package or to get credentials. Now, I think in this video, let's talk about the PPPoE internet. So the PPPoE, for those who may not know, is the internet that, let's say you want to supply the internet through the fiber cables or the Ethernet cables. So you are giving somebody, and that person is going to use their own router so that they can supply in their own house, right? So how does that happen? So this feature comes in handy. This is a feature of enabling or disabling or assigning the functions to ports on your router. So my router has 5 ports, and you see those ports are showing here. That is Ether ports. So you can see that there is no port that has been assigned as a PPPoE port. Now, if I click on this PPPoE, I want to assign this Ether 5 to be a PPPoE port, meaning that I want to supply internet to another user they will get the cable and then connect to their router, and then they need to pay for the packet to access the internet. So the first thing, I'll set this port as PPPoE. So I'll click on this button. You can see port it have set to PPPoE. Okay. And then once that is done, I will plug my Ethernet cable. You can see this is my Ethernet cable. I plug my Ethernet cable into port 5. Alright. And then I'll plug it into my computer. Alright. Yeah, so let's say that somebody has plugged that into their router now. So if I visit now, let me just show you. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi here. And once I've turned it off, this site will still be accessible, right? It will still be accessible because we allowed it, okay? So I just want to do this. I'll go to sites and then click on Kisumu site. and then there is print customer setup card. So if I click on this, it's going to take me to this page, which I can print and then send it to the user who wants to use the PPPoE internet. So this is the one that they'll use to pay. So basically what they need to do together is either to scan this using their phones, or they just visit the login.hs. So let's just copy that, open, and you can see we don't have internet because now that port, for example, if we try to access YouTube, you can see it is not there's no internet because that port is blocked, right? It has been said to PPPoE the user has not paid, so they can't access the internet. We access it on our site because we have enabled this site. Now so the user takes that scans this or copies this, and then after copying, they just open a new browser and they paste it, and you can see it opens PPPoE page. Okay, so on the PPPoE page they can buy this package. And where is this package coming from? This package is coming from, if we go back to our system and we look at packages, you can see we have one PPPoE package, this one here, and it is the one that is appearing here. All right, so when they pay for it, they're going to get the credentials that they can use to now enter into their router. So if now they get this cable here, let me just show you. If they get that cable, but before that, let me just pay, okay, so that I can show you. And you can see that SDK push has been sent, and I have it here. So I am going to pay. So just look at the screen. So I'm going to pay. So you can see how the pop-up looks like. So I'm going to pay. And you can see right away it has detected that I have paid, and it has given me the credentials here. So these credentials, if I get this cable here, if I get this cable now and I give it to somebody who wants the wired internet or fiber internet, if they plug in on their router, okay, so this will be the source of the internet. They will be asked to enter the username, the password, and the this is just PPO service name, right? And then once they enter the correct details, they'll be able to access the internet using the package they bought. So basically that is how the PPPoE subscription or internet works. So in case you have any question, you can just ask it in the comment section. Thank you so much, and I think in the next video we are going to talk about another feature.